So I've been building log cabins all wrong. Before, I would place a 1x1 square on top of a 2x2 square, and then I would cross the logs at each corner for a nice 1 meter overlapped look. But a commenter named Ultrasan shared an idea with me. He wondered if the corners would look more natural and clean with only a half-meter overlap instead of a full meter. In order to do this, I needed to use the door trick, which is something that I was aware of, but I never actually tried it out myself. Wood doors add unique snap points so that you can space things a half-meter apart, and if you're building a clean-looking log cabin, this is definitely the way to go. So with that being said, let's build a clean and simple log cabin in Valheim. So for this example, I'm just going to do a simple rectangular house. So I already have my foundation blocks laid down. It's going to be an A-frame, so on this side, I want an even number of blocks, and you'll see why I do that later on. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to place a 1x1 block in the inside corner on each of these. Then you need to grab the wooden doors and place one there and one right there. This will allow us to do the nice half-meter overlap. Perfect. And now it's important to remember to place some kind of beam in the middle of the foundation block. I do this to get my it's just a prep for my roof because I like my roof to have a nice overhang. So these beams here will allow me to have a nice overhang on my roof. Basically, my roof will always match my foundation blocks, and that way the cabin is going to look really nice and clean. Yeah, you'll see later on how good it'll look. The important thing now is just to get your corners right. So we're just gonna get our corners done here, and then after I place all these corners, we'll skip ahead and I'll go over the walls and how to build the walls with you. Okay, we are back, and I have all of my walls at the height that I think they should be at. The only downside to the half-meter overlapped method is that you do have to overlap the logs a bit. Like you can see here, I have a 2 meter here, a 4 meter here, and there is, about a 1 meter overlap in between them. Not a huge deal. I don't like overlapping things if I don't have to. But yeah, it looks fine. It's not a huge deal. The tricky part here is now my wood door. It's not really gonna fit here. So what I do to fix that, and it actually looks really nice in the end, is I use the wood doors again to get that nice half-meter overlap, and then if you place a 4 meter log where the doors are, your wood door, it should fit just like that. And that looks nice. The logs sort of help to frame it in. And then I'm just going to put a 4 meter log there and there. It looks nice. You don't get the core wood poking through. Um, but yeah, so that's how I frame in the door. The windows I use, they're from a mod called More Gates Extended. It's on Thunderstore only, and the mod author is Shudnall. But he makes some really nice windows in that mod. So I'm using those in this build. And yeah, so the door is framed in. So next, now that we have the walls all finished, I'm gonna go ahead and build the roof. So for that, um, there's a trick I use. It's using the 1x1 floor tiles. And I'm gonna put these, actually I'm gonna go down a meter. So from the top of this block, I'm gonna go down a meter, and then get it a little closer so I get it right. Should be right about there. Yeah, that'll be a good height. So I'll do that all the way around. So I have my 1x1 square there. So it's going to be an A-frame roof. I'll use the 45-degree logs. Perfect. I like the way that looks. And for these, we actually have to do another log that will support the roof. See, this is what I was talking about. You have to overlap the logs a little bit. So we're going to do the same on this side here. So now, when I place the roof, it's actually sitting on that log that I added. So that gives it a bit of structural integrity. But now, because I used the one by one floor tiles, I have a nice overhang. So I'll show it again when I get the roof finished, and you can see how much better and cleaner this looks when you're building a log cabin. All right, so my roof is done, and the reason that it's important to use an even number of foundation blocks is because my roof will match the blocks. So it's a nice even number. By doing that, I can avoid using those roof ridges. For different builds, like if I was to use build a L-shaped cabin, those roof ridges don't really work out that well. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the sides, and then you'll be able to see how clean it looks when because we use that one by one floor tile trick in the corners. So yeah, I'm gonna fill in the sides here, and it's gonna begin to look really good. So I got the front of the cabin done, and this is that nice roof overhang that I'm talking about. It looks way better, way cleaner, and these 45-degree pieces, they don't clip through the roof, and there's a simple core wood trick that I use to make it sit below the roof and not clip through. So I'll show you how I did all of this on the other side of the cabin here. So it's really easy. I just place a core wood beam here. So I have it there already. Then I just use the 1 meter, place that there. And now I have a snap point for my 45-degree wall panels. So then I just put some there, and it sits flush. There's no gap. It doesn't clip through. Looks great. And then I still have a little gap here, but if I were to just put a core wood block here, it would clip through the roof. It's not very noticeable, but it still bothers me. So to fix that, yeah, so you can really notice it on this side. Like it clips through there, and it just doesn't look very nice. So what I would do is get a wood door, place it on that side there, and now when I place my log, it doesn't clip through at all. And I'll just do the same on this side. Just like that. I can delete the wood doors, put a 2 meter to fill that gap, and then just a simple wood wall to finish off the roof. Or the side, I guess. And I'll just put these just to clean it up a little bit. 1 meter there. There we go. the cabin's coming together. I'll put a cross right there just to give it that nice Viking flair. And now it has depth. It looks really nice. And now that we have the basic structure completed, now it's just a matter of adding your own little details. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have wonderful adventures in Valheim, and hopefully this video helped you build build a little better and make your buildings nicer looking. Bye for now.